So, Dirty Rat, do your thing! Are we afraid of the dark? No, we're not. Goodbye, Spawn of Shadows. It was nice knowing you. So surely from this point on, we win the game, right? They've lost their Spawn of Shadows, but it would turn out that despite having a board full of taunts with healing, our opponent would steal our hand, and in doing so, would have access to Devolve. So unfortunately, we'd be about to lose all of our healing. And from that point on, I guess there's no way that we win this game. Oh look, we've got a little bit of lifesteal on the board, so we've got some healing. But that's a major domo. That can't be good, right? But they've still got to get through this taunt. We've still got a little bit of lifesteal on the board. Maybe there's a chance. Maybe there's a chance that we still come back. Or not. Our opponent uses our own Flurgle Toxfin combo to kill us. And we become Ragnaros, but we still die. It turns out that our own cards are way too powerful. We died to our own cards. Oh dear. But don't let that clip put you off. Ladies and gentlemen, what deck am I playing today? I am playing hsWhiteDelight's N'Zoth Shudderwock Shaman. And this is a deck full of Deathrattle minions. And I think the idea is you play N'Zoth, and then you play the Shudderwock, you get back another wave of threats. That is the basic idea of how the deck works. There are some further intricacies, but on the whole, it's a really fun deck. There's no Reno Jackson in this deck, which is something that I always have to get used to. And there's a Skulking Geist in the deck, which I massively approve of. And finally, the other thing to note is that there is a card in this deck that I have not played for quite some time, and a card that you certainly do not see on the Wild Ladder, and it is her music theme that is playing in the background, and it's a great theme. It is Archivist Elysiana. So I think the idea with this is that you won't be hitting fatigue anytime soon. I guess it's good for those slow matchups. And if you can get the Archivist battlecry repeated through the Shudderwock, well, you're always going to have resources. You're always going to have cards available to you. So I love the fact that Elysiana is in this deck. I think it's brilliant. So let's have a look at the deck in action then, on the Wild Mode ladder. And it's time for a priest. So let us see if we can get revenge. We didn't fare too well against the priest that you saw in the opening clip. They used our own cards against us. Devolve, Flurgle, Topspin. We had no chance. But let us see if we can come out on top against this priest, making an assumption that it is a Reno priest, of course. It could be a big priest. Now we do have some tools to deal with big priest. This deck does run double Devolve, so that is a potential help against big priest. But this appears to be a Reno priest. Interesting. So what do we want to play here? I want to get the Deathlord live on board. We could have been efficient with our mana. Could have played our 4-drop. But I want the Deathlord live for the chance to pull something like a Raza, not a Thalnos. That's not great. In fact, that's good for them, right? We kill off the Thalnos, they get card draw. Oh well. It's unfortunate.
This is not what
So, I'm going to play on curve here. Going to play on curve. I guess playing the Earth Revenant would have killed the Thalnos, but it would have drawn them a card. Well, they're drawing a card anyway by trading into the Divine Shield. But this way, I draw something, which I think is reasonable. Although it's Elysiana, which is not going to be an immediate help right now. But who knows, Elysiana may come in handy later. If we survive till later, of course. Okay. Earth Revenant doesn't kill anything, but it's a taunt. I could have played Kartuk Defender on curve, but we're at 30 health, so we're not going to really benefit from any healing, so there's probably no point. I think I want to play Kartuk when I can benefit from the healing. Or if there's absolutely nothing else that I can play and do. Okay. I guess that now is a good enough time for it. 25 health? Sure. Oh wow! There's Anduin. You see, usually by this point they've played Raza. There's no Raza, so okay, I can live with that. I can live with a hero power that costs 2, as opposed to a hero power that costs 0. Which of these do I want to kill? I guess Kazakus. What am I fearing? Some kind of bounce back to hand? Okay, there's the Mutanus. Maybe we'll use that next turn. Not the most mana efficient of plays, but at this point in the game I am slightly confused as to how to proceed. And that's the thing with decks of this nature. There's always decisions to be made, things to think about. It's not easy to navigate these decks. If you really want success with a Shudderwock deck, I think you have to play it expertly well. And I'm certainly no expert, but I'm having fun with it, which is the key thing. So, Mutanus, what are you going to get for us today? Spawn of Shadows! Fantastic! Okay, we're going to be doing this again. Maybe there's another good target, but this is absolutely brilliant. No regrets, no guilt, but wait a minute. Oh no, Elysiana. But that's fine. They didn't hit N'Zoth, they didn't hit the Shudderwock. This could have been a hell of a lot worse. And we still have Flurgle Topspin combo. So, as good as it is that we hit the Spawn of Shadows, you'll remember that in the previous game, we also tried the strategy of taking out the Spawn of Shadows, and we still lost. So, knowing that we still lost in that previous game, after getting rid of the Spawn, I want to put this priest under pressure, so I played N'Zoth. And now our deck is full of more Deathrattle minions. So let's try this again. That's terrible. Okay. Worth noting, there's no Raza yet, so we're still feeling relatively safe. I must remember... Oh god, that's rude. I must remember that we don't have Reno Jackson in this deck. So I can't sit back, relying on the fact that Reno will eventually be drawn, come into my hand, get played, heal us to 30. Whenever I play a Shudderwock deck, I always seem to think that I can rely on Reno showing up at some point. Alright, there's the Mutanus. It would have been better, maybe, if that was Raza, but I'll take this.
What we stood for.
Okay.
Break it, you buy it.
Can we put the priest under enough pressure such that we can kill them before they kill us with that damn hero power? Have they honestly not drawn Raza?
Wasn't me.
They really have not drawn Raza. I can't believe that. Usually it's Raza on 5 and to win on 8, and then we're dead
Rotten to the
a couple of turns later. So I think we just Shudderwock here. We've seen Psychic Scream. That's terrible value on the Thaldos, but I'll take it. Armor is good. That's decent, maybe. Mind Render. Okay, this really is vengeance for that last highlight where we lost to Mind Render. So our Shudderwock has taken revenge for us. Fantastic. Alright. We are going up against a Shaman. So what do we keep? I guess we keep the Ice Fishing, seems sensible. And the Earth Revenant's a 4-drop. Could do some work for us. Depends on what our opponent is playing. Corrupt the Waters. Okay, so Battle Cries. So our opponent is also playing a Shudderwock deck. So is this a race on who can play the Shudderwock first?
I can't do that.
Does that even help us though? Let's say we play our Shudderwock and we get a board of Deathrattle minions back with a low-threat battle cry as well. Then they play their Shudderwock. Can they counter us in some way? I guess it depends on what battle cries are in their pool. I'm assuming they're not a Deathrattle-centric deck. I'm assuming their battle cries are a little bit more traditional. Devolve? That's rude. Ooh, hello. Enchanted Cauldron. Spell Burst. So we need to cast an expensive spell. Like Agatha's Scheme. But if we do that, it may end up killing board. Hand size is becoming a problem here. Ice Fishy. So we know that they've got Flurgle Toxfin. Unless they've got Mutanus in the deck as well. Saboteur. Oh, the coin. Wait, I needed that for Mutanus on this turn. Oh. So I guess I'm forced to trade and cut up. Even though we're at 30, we get no value from the healing.
Nature waits.
So Mutanus next turn then, I think is what we're saying, right? Oh wow, another Devolve. I can live with that Devolve on that board. Now let's see what we get from Mutanus. We get something useless. So as much hate as Mutanus gets, you've got to get lucky with it to hit the right minion in hand. There's a lot of luck involved. And a lot of work to the timing. Now we are going to overdraw here. That's really sad. It's a dirty rat. Okay.
Dark spirits twist the trees, foul the lake, and curse this
That's a
land.
decent enough Hagatha turn, I think. Oh god. Deathlord. Oh no. It's a 6-12. Could have been worse. We could have had a Shudderwock in hand or an Azoth, and we could have lost that to Mutanus.
Nature waits for no one but me.
Okay. Our hand is full. We need to do something here. We need to play some stuff. So we could devolve to lower the stats on the Mutanus. That's slightly better. And the Revenant will kill the 1/1. Wait a second. That is the Stormbringer. And we've got some 1/1s in hand. So we could get a board of legendaries here. This could be interesting. Or half a board of legendaries. But it's still good value. We just need to stick some minions onto this board.
Armor! Armor!
So please don't kill my minion is what I'm saying. Please leave me with something on board. Interesting. Dirty rat. See what we pull here. Oh, that's not great. Oh gosh, my hand is just so full.
My curse on you!
Pull some more!
My curse on you!
Okay. We're gonna wait on the Stormbringer. It's gonna wait a little bit longer. It is important to note that these Hagatha's schemes are charging up in my hand, and it's easy to forget that they exist. Okay, that's a cheap minion. So I think now is the time to go all in with the Stormbringer.
Here for a good time?
Armor! Armor! Lightly used armor.
Okay, so we can make favourable trades here.
Not a long
Feels good.
Not a long time.
And here we go. Oh wow, we got the Lich King! Pyros! Oh, and Lyra. Ha. Oh no, we're going to overdraw. The Lich King gives us a card back to hand. Wait, Lyra gives us cards to hand. Hagatha gives us cards to hand. Oh boy. We're always going to have a full hand, aren't we? Is there any way that we can dump cards from this hand and have space left? Because everything in our hand is a spell, which means Lyra will give us something to hand. And everything else in the hand is a minion, which means Hagatha will give us something to hand. And then there's a Lich King on top of that, so yeah, we're always going to be overburdened with our hand space, aren't we? I think we just need to be accepting of the fact that we're going to be burning cards now every turn. So do I just push pressure? Push damage to the face? We could also silence our Lyra so that we draw less stuff to hand.
I must decide. I should facing me.
But no, we'll just wait, just chill. I don't know. I really, really don't know. But what I do know is there's a lot of damage on this board, and the Lich King as an 8/8 we're not getting value to hand from his end of turn effect. However, is still an 8/8 body.
How long can this go on?
How long can this go on? Probably not for much longer at this rate. Right. We don't even get the Pyros value, but that's okay. The objective here is just to keep going with the pressure. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to utilise Zola here. I want a Lich King back to hand, if only because it's an 8/8. So if this board gets cleared, then we can put another Lich King down on the board and hopefully it will start connecting with their face for 8. That's my thinking. As disjointed and as messed up as my thinking may be here, I think it's fine. Eye of the Storm. That's more pressure that we can put out, actually. I see you, says Lothar. I'll just go face. I guess that we're not going to be playing the Eye of the Storm. It costs 20 now. But that's okay. I think we could just put Flurgle and Toxfin on the board. This doesn't do much. It kills a Lothar, which is alright. But we're killing one minion. We're not killing a board full of minions. But then, I don't think it matters. It's just about putting as much minion pressure on the board as possible. And there we go. So our opponent was playing a Shudderwock deck, right? But our pressure got there first.
Watch your back.
Alright, time for a rogue. And I've got to assume it's Kingsbane Rogue. I've been seeing a reasonable number of Kingsbane Rogues on the ladder recently, and could it be any other kind of rogue is what I'm thinking about. And I think the answer is probably not, unless it's an odd rogue. But I think those are still pretty rare as well. I do remember the days when odd rogue was everywhere. Do you remember those days? Were those good days? I guess those were good days if you enjoyed playing odd rogue. But rogue is one of my least played classes in Hearthstone. Me and rogue, we never got along. I think rogue is my second least played class in Hearthstone. Octobot? Is this a standard deck? Has somebody queued their standard rogue deck into Wild? It happens from time to time. It's pretty entertaining. Interesting.
Initiating overdrive.
Care to make a wager?
That's a standard card. Is One Thief still in standard? I think it is. Shows you how much standard I play. I have no clue. Interesting. Very, very interesting. This is definitely not Kingsbane. So I guess that makes me happy. I guess our chances of winning have increased exponentially. Because we're not going to be whacked in the face by a massive weapon every single turn in the late game.
Break it, you buy it.
Okay. How I get the scheme charging up very nicely. Ooh, very fancy. So the Earth Revenant is going to do some work on this turn. There's 2/1 health minions, so we're going to kill 2 things. I think that's absolutely fine. It's reasonable value. We certainly don't want to waste the first Hagatha scheme that's in our hand with the coin. So, Revenant is fine. Now with double Devolve and double Hagatha scheme, I'm feeling relatively confident here that whatever minion pressure they put out, I can deal with it. Now that Caravan's pretty interesting. I think we need to kill that.
I wonder.
Strength and
Our
honor.
opponent needing to think here. Thinking is good. Maybe I should do a little bit more thinking. I see you, Golden Lotheb. Oh, hello. Got my own. Now, I see you, but my Lotheb is not golden, unfortunately. So our opponent's Lotheb is clearly superior. Oh god, are we dead? They usually play that when they're going to kill you. Oh, we're not dead. Okay, we're still at 32, including armour. Fancy that. Alright, I think that we just win this game now. We're still at 32, including armour. By the way, this is the first time that I think I've played Alar in a deck. Yeah, first time I played it. And Alar just ate a lot of damage. It absorbed the Wicked Stab and it absorbed Lotheb's hit. I think that's pretty decent. And what do we get? Oh goodness. Alex Straza. Wait, so this is a Reno Rogue that we're facing. Surely.
I give up.
Wow. Wow. Just wow.
I will bring freedom to the
Alright, let's bring some freedom to the Horde. Question is, what do we keep? This is a Druid. I'm keeping Hagatha's scheme. There's something very satisfying about watching Hagatha's scheme charging up in your hand over time. Just watching it all build up. There is something deeply satisfying about it. Okay. So, nothing much else to do apart from wait. And I'm sure this Druid is going to be more than happy to wait alongside with us. Imagine their plays are going to be quite slow too, but that's an excellent pickup.
Nature waits for no one.
Another scheme. And there's Alar again. Okay. I've never given Alar much thought in terms of plays, timing, that kind of thing, because I've never played it before. But I do like the design of the card. I think it's quite solid. Not broken in any way, shape or form, but just solid. So I like it. I guess there's an argument to be made as to whether it's something you want in the N'Zoth Deathrattle pool. And are there better Deathrattle minions? But it's a 7-3, and actually that 7 attack means a lot. If they can't deal with it, or if they're afraid to deal with it because of the Deathrattle, then it's 7 damage to the face, potentially. Maybe on multiple turns. But Celestial Alignment gets played. That could mean it's game over for us very shortly. depending on what kind of a druid this is, and so I think we need to keep the pressure up. Therefore, I am happy that I played LR. That 7 attack will be pressure to the face. Ugh, annoying. We can deal with Spreading Plague though. We have Devolve. But do we want to use the Devolve here is the question. We also have Hagatha. See, I'm thinking that I maybe want to save Devolve. Maybe for something that I pull from the Dirty Rat. If they've got a combo piece in hand, and they've only got 2 mana available, so we should be fine here, right?
None can stand against the Serpent Lords.
Or not? Are we dead? I think we're dead. Oh god. We are dead, aren't we? There's me saying, oh, they've only got 2 mana, we're fine. And well, there's a Malagos. And come on, you've got it, haven't you? Yep. There's the other Malagos. So from 2 mana to 8 mana, and we are just absolutely dead. Was there any way that we were winning this game? I suspect not, right? Maybe on that other turn, if I devolved rather than traded into the taunts, would I have had some chance of winning? Again, I think not. Wow. It's a lot of damage they did, and that hurt. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, this has been hsWhiteDelight's N'Zoth Shudderwock Shaman. What a great deck. I love the Deathrattle centric concept that drives the deck. I guess against aggro, the deck works very well with the likes of Double Armor Vendor, you've got the Flurgle Toxin combo, and multiple taunts that can get in the way of aggressive minions. Against combo decks, yes, you've got Double Dirty Rat, you've also got Mutanus and Zola to play one of those effects again, so I think you've just got to get lucky there. In that last game, I had a Dirty Rat in hand. If I'd played it a bit earlier, before they went off on their Malagos combo, could I have pulled a Malagos onto the board? Could I then have saved myself? I think that's the question I need to reflect on. But this is a wonderful deck. If you've got the cards, it's expensive, 15,320 dust, but if you've got the cards, give it a try and let me know what you think in the comment section below. So thank you for joining me, everyone. Hope you enjoyed the video. Until next time, please stay safe, please look after yourselves, and as always, please be good to one another.